Joel Embiid says he likes the physicality of this series, but his coach Brett Brown warned the team Monday that there isn't a secret how this game will be played, given the complaints that have surfaced in regards to refereeing. So, Stephen A., how confident are you that Embiid can stay away from trouble in this game?
I'm not that confident. I think this is one of those situations where you got to keep your eyes on the game. You got to keep your eyes on the Philadelphia 76ers. Embiid has fun off of antagonizing guys. He knows he's better than them. But to antagonize them and rub it in their face in the process is not something that he's averse to doing. And the Brooklyn Nets, this is a team that's gutsy. They're not scared of anything. They're not as skilled as the Philadelphia 76ers. That's why they're losing this series. But in the same breath, they're going to fight. They're going to come after you. They're not going to back down. And when Jared Dudley pushed Embiid in the back, he didn't do it because of that particular play. He did it from days earlier when Embiid had elbowed Jared Allen and then laughed about it in a press conference. It was residue from that. They know they're not the superior team. They know they are an inferior team. And it wouldn't shock the Brooklyn Nets at all if they ended up going down in this series tonight, which everybody should expect to happen after what we saw in games 3 and 4. But in the end, they're not going to go out quietly. Brooklyn is giving you no indication that they're going to go down quietly. I'm not telling you they're going to break rules or whatever, but they are going to be physical. They're going to fight. They're going to be gutsy. And you know this when their GM is running into the referee's locker room. You know you're not supposed to do that. But that's exactly what he did because, according to what the NBA told me, he was convinced that Embiid should have been ejected for the game more so than Jimmy Butler. So these are the kind of things that's residue from these past games coming into tonight's game. They're not going to go quietly, and Embiid, unlike everybody else, is going to invite that just to mess with their heads and send them home miserable for the offseason. He'll enjoy doing that because that's his personality.
But I'm confident Embiid can stay away from trouble. I think the Nets will be chippy partly because they understand probably their best shot is to exchange any player on their roster for Embiid. If two guys get thrown out and Embiid is one of them, the Nets just have, suddenly the Nets' odds improve. So they understand that. But here's the thing about Embiid. He's a super smart player, first of all. Like, from his first tweet at Rihanna. You know how, like, when you're playing fantasy football, you can tell who's going to be good in the league based on the name of the team? Like, ooh, that person's smart. Got to watch them. You could tell from Embiid's Twitter. It's not just that he's funny, high IQ. Like, he's a smart guy. That doesn't always mean, though, that you can stay out of trouble if you have an impulse control problem. He doesn't. It's not Vontaze Burfict or someone like that. Embiid has played under control. Now, he plays with passion. He's clearly interested in being the best player in the world, in being a great defensive player. But he is the go-der, not the go-D. So I'm not worried about Embiid doing something stupid. I think he'll stay out of trouble.
Well, Stephen A., why does this always follow Embiid?
The question wasn't along the lines of would he get ejected or something. In other words, Max, when Jimmy Butler got ejected, all right, and Jared Dudley got ejected, Embiid was in the middle of that. He didn't get ejected, sure, but he wasn't some innocent bystander. He was an instigator. That's all I'm talking about. He's not going to be innocent at all of this.
No,
he's going to find a way to be in the middle of it. He's not going to be innocent at all. He's not going to be some innocent bystander.
If you want to change the question to, hey, if there's trouble in the game,
not the question.
Will Joel Embiid be innocent? The answer is guilty. Absolutely not. He's an instigator. I'm just saying he's not the instigated. Well, and when I think about staying out of trouble, that's what I think about.
Max, if you're always involved in it, whether it's Marcus Smart or Jared Dudley, if you're always involved in it, it is going to come back to bite you at some point.
Maybe.
It will
That's
get
a good
you
point.
as well as the other guy.
That's a fair point. He could wind up embroiled in something where he damages himself somehow, even if he's not technically to blame. But I don't see it. I think he's too under control.